What's up, everyone? Crazy
We're
episode
back.
of The Bachelor. We are back. Me and Allie. Allie, how we doing?
Oh, we are good. I survived the blizzard of Chicago. The Great Blizzard of Chicago happened today. Apparently, they closed it,
Yeah,
which really means like 2 inches.
yeah. Big cities definitely freak out like with a little bit of snow, but
Yeah.
yeah, definitely would be a good time to be in Florida right now. That's for sure.
Or
But
Nemacolin, it seems, where Matt
yeah,
is.
that place is pretty sick. The houses he's staying in is dope. Like I'm like, damn, that's a nice ass house.
I know. And it's not part of the compound. I don't know, but
Yeah, I don't get how any of it works, but it
it,
was we were just talking, it was kind of a boring episode for a little bit, and then they bring in these new girls and boom, shit hits the fan.
yeah.
Um like it was wild. Like they said like what, they'd never basically done that. Like it was kind of just like I love
Yeah.
how Chris Harrison interrupts a one-on-one and acts like he doesn't know what he's about to say. It's like, dude, you're the one who set this up. Like, don't act like these girls. Like you're the reason why they're here. So like, let's just
Yeah.
fucking tell Matt. But yeah. I mean, what'd you think of the new girls? We can start off, I guess, with that.
I mean, so I think I kind of get why they did it because they're stuck in one place instead of going to different like countries or whatever they usually do. So they
Right,
have to spice it up somehow. But I'm also kind of like, how's this show ever going to end then if you're just throwing more girls in?
right.
You know?
He when he was talking to Ben Higgins, he was like, I don't know if you've probably never had this, but I ended the night with more girls than I started. So it's like you just like there's more roses and blah blah blah, and it was just it was a wild move in my opinion.
Yeah. Emotional and like roller coaster for sure for those girls. I mean, I totally get why the OGs, or as they started calling themselves, were like,
Yeah,
but also I felt bad for the new girls kind of because it's like they didn't, this isn't their fault.
well, that's what I thought. Like, yo, like they were put in this position and asked to do this. Like, you're gonna say yes too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like yeah, a few of them I guess came on a little strong, but I felt like a few of them were just nice and was just trying to like make friends, and like it's not like their fault. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
they're just there to be on the show, just like you. Yeah, they didn't go about it the same way, but that's not their choice. Like I'm sure they would have much rather been on right when everyone else was on. Like that's
Yeah.
like but
And it's not even like Matt's fault either. Like, he's on this whatever. Like this just got thrown at him too. This is not
right,
helping him.
right, for sure. No, I mean, I just and like the thing is like I was thinking about this. Like if they just threw five new girls, obviously like looks and everything have a thing, but like I feel like he would choose three out of the new five every single time, just because like a guy who's on a Bachelor show getting thrown 18 women and you get three new ones. Like, yeah, you're gonna explore those three new ones every
Yeah.
single time. So like,
Right.
I mean, it's not like necessarily like crazy that he picked three of the five new girls, but it was Brittany came out the door swinging. I mean, made out right away. Like,
Yeah. And then that one Anna is like, well, she's an escort, so I hear. At first, she's like, I've seen her around before, and she kind of made it seem like she didn't really
yeah,
know why.
yeah, yeah,
Like then she said like, oh, people warned her before the show that Brittany was an escort, and I'm like, first of all, how would you even know that? How do you even know who else got accepted onto the show? Like,
well, especially if she's not one of the originals. Like,
yeah,
yeah, that was
that
one of
literally
those
makes
that it seemed like Brittany like back in the day hooked up with one of that chick's boyfriends or guys she was talking to, and she's just like hates her from
yeah, just
you
trying to
know
ruin it because
yeah, exactly, yeah, that was a wild thing. But like I don't know, it seemed like he picked the one girl to go on a one-on-one date, like
Michelle, and that seemed like his strongest connection, like so
you know
far.
it seemed like they knew each other for a while. Like
Yeah. Like
yeah,
that seemed like I was watching, like a rom-com or something. I mean, they went up that hot
yeah,
air balloon.
yeah.
I don't even remember what else happened in their date. I just know they like
Yeah, they just kind of talk. Honestly, it was just like talking, and then they went on that air balloon. But it was funny though when like the cars pull up, everyone was like, "Oh, it's Sarah. She's definitely back again. She's definitely back again." And like
Yeah.
it's like, damn, all you girls though, like, yeah, like Sarah might have been a little dramatic, blah blah blah, but you guys are so insecure knowing that like Matt liked Sarah way more than he
Yeah.
probably liked any of you here. And you know if she just plays her cards right, she's gonna get picked. So like that's why you guys are flipping out, hoping it's not her. But
Yeah. That's
like
such a good point. Like, I mean, and it's just like, how do you handle that situation too? Because I guess it's still technically so early on, quotes,
right.
that like that's the only meaningful connection they've probably seen him make. But like, gosh, I know. There's some of them that they're like, oh my God, it's like gonna like tense up my relationship with Matt. But I'm like, when have you even talked to him? Like half the people that
I
talk, I'm like,
know.
when did you guys talk to him even to begin with?
Yo,
Like,
that's kind of like so I was kind of thinking too, like it's funny how like they all do all this shit and like these girls are all like a lot of them are huge bitches, especially it's coming out more and more and more, but like it's like
yeah.
don't you think that whatever you say or do, especially if you do something crazy, like it's gonna get back to Matt. Someone's gonna tell on you. So
Yeah.
like for you to like not open with welcome arms, like that chick can just go tell and be like, yeah, she was literally bullying me. And then after the way Sarah left, it's like it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, shit, like you better watch like your back because like Sarah told on all of them too before she left. So
Right. What surprised me, and this is like a good segue into talking about her, is like more of them don't do it to Victoria, even though she just like
mhm.
any chance she gets, she just bullies people.
We talked about it last week, but she plays this like it's a game of Survivor, and like
Yeah.
she literally moves from pawn to pawn, and she knows how to get to one side for them to talk. And like, notice how the one chick who knew everything about the escort, who'd she talk to? Fucking Victoria. Like Victoria
Yes.
s- pushes the needle in everywhere she needs to go. It's crazy. I mean, I give her props for that. Like this, but like last week, you know, you said you're like, yeah, I kind of was like, damn, I'm agreeing with Victoria. I think this week went back to like, yo, fuck Victoria.
Yeah.
Like she went
I
back
mean,
to
she's
her.
just like like that one beauty queen or whatever comes in as a new girl and she takes her crown off of her and was like, this
Yeah,
belongs to me.
yeah. And then whoever
Like,
made that
girl.
joke and was like, Elsa didn't wear crowns, so I don't think you can. She's like, oh, okay. Like, yo,
You're
I
right
get,
here.
yeah, that really annoyed me, honestly, when she did that.
I seriously think they don't tell on her though because they know that like Matt doesn't like her. They don't like her. She's just there to entertain.
Yeah, it's got to be like a mutual agreement. Like, yo, it's just it's wild because even when they talked on the one-on-one time, he just looked
Yeah.
uncomfortable the entire time they were talking. And like
Yes.
when the chick interrupted, when Chris Harrison interrupted him, he was like, "Oh, fucking thank God!" Like, it's
Yeah.
that's just like what I like. I mean, she's got to be there for some ploy, like because she does.
I know.
She makes it interesting, like that's for sure.
And he's gonna keep like he's probably gonna like cut her off like in the next couple weeks as he starts forming real relationships, but like
Yeah.
she's sticking around.
No, she's making her name known. That's for sure. I mean she probably won't make it to the last 8 girls
Right.
and everyone will know who she is. Like think about that. Like you don't really walk around like, "Oh," unless you're like a fucking smoke show, which
True.
I don't think she is.
She's not.
Like, but everyone will know who she is. So, like, I mean, I guess on that aspect of it, good for you. You were caught shoplifting when you were little, so
Oh
that
yeah, they had her
happened.
mugshot going around. I'm like,
Yeah,
ooh, this girl has
yeah,
no angles.
yeah. So then they went on that kind of like the first group date, and it was a mixture of like I hated when Victoria kept saying OGs, but the OGs and some of the
The new
new or oh
girl.
yeah, the 3 new girls were all in that group. They
Yeah.
did Ben Higgins, shout out Indiana, came out
Oh
for it.
yeah.
Yeah, he came out for it, met Matt, and then they did like a little obstacle course thing. And what's that chick's name that won Mara
Mari, I think her name is.
Mari? Yeah, she's very good looking. She won.
She is good looking.
Yeah,
I liked that, but I also thought it was weird. Like, why are they dressing up as squirrels? Like, probably just to, like, embarrass
Yeah,
them. Like,
yeah, it had to be just that. But how about that same blonde chick? I always forget her name, but
oh, Anna. Yeah.
yeah, I don't like how she talks. You were doing it before, and yeah, like it is so fucking annoying. And honestly,
Yeah.
I was thinking about this, like everyone in that, if you were in a friend group of 10 to 12 people, everyone had an Anna in that friend group. Like
Oh, yeah.
the exaggerator, the way they talk, like that person, the one who spreads rumors, like
Yeah.
everyone had an Anna. But she was like, "Yeah, I hit her fucking nut or whatever." It's like, yo, like
Yeah.
she's not gonna win anyways.
I know. And I don't even again, like, I don't even see him talking to her that much. So I'm like, why are you that
No,
confident in your connection with Matt that you don't think he's gonna
sh-
send you home
she
first?
was crying when they were giving out roses because she's like, "We haven't been able to talk." You know what I mean? So it's like, how the fuck are you acting like you're the one w's going home heartbroken? You just
Yeah.
want to be on The Bachelor, which I get that part, but like, come on, let's stop acting
Right.
like you're
I know.
fucking head over heels in love.
And then she's a what? She's a copywriter. Like I keep seeing that as her job. And
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I should. I was a journalism major, you'd think.
I wanted to text you when it popped up today when I was watching it today, and I wanted to be like, "What is this job?" Then I also thought to myself, that I was like, "Is Allie just gonna be like, you seriously don't know what that is?" Because I was like sitting there, I was like, "What does she do? Like, I don't fucking under typewriter. Like, what the fuck
I
is this?
know. I want to look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
Is that like a 1900s things? Like, when bosses couldn't type for themselves, so they had assistants and they were just typewriters? Like, I didn't understand at all when like because
I know. I'm
she
like,
talked a lot this episode, so it popped up a decent amount.
yes. And it made me keep thinking, like, what is it? It said copywriter, someone who's paid to write copy. No, 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 no. They just promote or sell a business. I don't know. It's like a marketing person.
I get
Maybe.
that. I mean, marketing would be definitely but like, why wouldn't they just put that? Like, just put
I
marketing.
know.
But
Literally, like, because now that's like, I think that's why she's so forgettable. It's because nobody really grasps what she does.
yeah, she just talks like this, and it's
Yeah.
so fucking
Yeah.
annoying. Like, it's just
She's always
annoying.
like this.
Yes, and she has that little head
Yeah.
nod where she like smiles and shakes her head. It's like, bitch, you don't know. Shut up. Like,
I
oh,
know.
she kept
And it just
saying when the new
seemed like
girls
she wanted to.
she kept saying when the new girls came
Yeah.
in, she's like staring. She's like, "I'm done watching," and then she's like fucking still right there watching them kiss. It's like, God, dude, just stop
Yeah.
talking.
And the new girls honestly seem more down to earth than like she was acting. So I'm kind of like,
Yeah, so like
she's not safe.
Brittany came in like blazing, made out, was here, walked in, wasn't like friendly that really. So I get maybe her, but all the other girls were like, "Hey, I know it's weird. I just want to fit in."
Yeah.
Like the one chick who went on the one-on-one date was just like, "Yeah, I just want my time with him." They're like, "You want your time with him? You don't fucking deserve it." It's like, yo, like
I know.
why? Why? She's here just
But
like
then
you
I think she
guys.
went like from here to here. Like she really, I could sense he really liked her.
When they were on that hot air balloon and those girls were looking out, they're like, "Fuck." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So
honestly, like I get that though, because like normally in the past you don't see what's happening on the one-on-ones, but this
right.
dynamic now, they
Yeah.
have to see it.
Yeah, no, and that one was just like that one made a funny joke. I think her name is Serena, the one who got hit in the we'll talk about
Oh
the
yeah.
yeah,
Serena.
she was like, I mean, damn, wouldn't it be awesome to be up there with him? And they're like, shut up. And she's like, I mean, seriously, we're all thinking that right now. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you probably all are. Like, I get that. Like,
Yeah. That was
but
funny. I was like, good for you, Serena. She's cool. I don't know if she's gonna end up
she's
with him, but she's
no,
cool.
but she's grown on me. I feel like every episode I'm like, damn, she's good looking. Like she gets better
Yeah.
looking for me each episode for me. And so let's go into the other group date.
Oh,
And
the boxing one, right?
yeah, yeah. So they went boxing. And I texted you and I was like, well, this is crazy. And I agree with you. You said like they definitely didn't put any of the new girls in because the OGs would have like definitely wanted to fight them. And I
Yeah.
agree with, but it's almost like, damn, I kind of wanted to see that. But so
Yeah.
they had all the girls boxing. It was like Kit, Serena. There's too many girls still to know all their names, but
Katie, yeah.
Katie, Rachel, yeah. Victoria was not there. I kind of wish watching
Bummer.
Katie box, like I kind of wish Katie and Victoria would have boxed. Like that would have been a nice boxing match because
Yeah.
they do not like each other, and that's evident. But what'd you think
No.
about the boxing matches?
I liked it. I mean, it's a bummer that who was it that got hurt? Serena, right?
Serena, yeah, she
That
got
she
hurt.
like they had I mean,
Yeah,
but I don't I'm kind of like, what did they expect? Like
it's boxing.
they should have used like balloons. Yeah. I'm like, of course they're pissed at the other people. Like
Yes. Like, I
if I
just
was fighting for my man, like somebody else, like, ooh, the people's elbow would be out.
yeah,
Like,
like, what do they think, like, the people are gonna, like, Matt is gonna want you to be soft? Like, no, these girls are gonna go balls to the wall for this, like, and
yeah.
these chicks have personalities and they're crazy. I mean, if you've seen any episode, like, these chicks are gonna go all out on this one. I mean, even little Kit, who you're like, "Oh, she's so little, she's from California, is like a hairstylist or stylist or something." I mean, she was in
Yeah.
this trying to throw
Yeah.
haymakers, like,
She
so
was.
it was funny to watch some of them because you could tell some of them work out. Like Katie, you could tell like she works out and maybe does some boxing classes, but like
Yeah.
Kit, I mean, that just looks like a chick who just was born with a good body and doesn't really work out because she has like no athletic skills
Yeah.
whatsoever. I mean,
Right. And you could see it. I mean, like that was literally over in 2 rounds with people. And
yeah,
Matt's
no.
even like, "Damn, oh my gosh, I didn't know this was gonna happen." Like, I knew this was gonna happen, Matt.
What I find so funny is like I know like I do think Matt is a genuine good guy, but like a
Yeah, I do
lot of
too.
times he's like, I didn't know how it was gonna pan out. It's like, Matt, you're a good looking guy. You're six, whatever. You've seen crazy girls in your life. And after Tyler C went on and you guys did your little tour in New
Yeah.
York, you have probably had girls throwing themselves at you for a year and
Yeah,
a half. Don't act like you don't know what's about to happen with any of this. Like he
right.
walked in after the new girls, for example, for that, like he walked in after the new girls came and he was just like, Yep, so I just still want to meet all of you. It's like, bro, just address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Like like you know what these girls are feeling right now. But yeah, like to your point, he was just like, I didn't think it was gonna get like that. Like they're boxing.
Yeah. Totally agree. Like I feel like I do agree he's like a really good guy, but I think people would like him more. He'd be more stand up among the girls too if he would
Yeah.
literally address all these elephants, and he never
And
does.
like for the Sarah thing, maybe he did with that, but like, it was like the whole bullying thing, and it's like, okay. And then like we'll see in this next episode, but like when Katie
Yeah,
approached him, which I don't know. I feel like Katie definitely took like a too much of a mom role this episode.
I totally agree. She was starting to annoy me with her like high roller shit.
Yeah, like even when they were all talking and like some of the girls were like, "Yeah, I've said some mean things I probably shouldn't have said, but like I do feel pissed off about them being here." It's like, "Katie, you feel the same damn way, like even if you don't want to admit it." Like,
Yeah. It's like she's being fake.
yeah, like just be like, "Yo, this sucks," but like let's not spread rumors that chicks are hookers. Like that's something you
Yeah.
could say, that's
Yeah.
fair. Like,
Yeah. Literally, that'd be good. Instead it was like she was sympathizing with the group, and then she's like, "You guys, like you're talking too much shit." And then she goes and tells on all of them to
mhm,
Matt.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like,
And
"Bitch."
that's the thing that's so wild is like so he went on the one-on-one with the one chick and like you said like you could tell like their chemistry was boom off the charts. I mean, they're in that hot air balloon. They're in their fucking binoculars and they
Yeah.
can see that they're hitting it off. So like it
Yeah.
like Victoria has to understand this isn't truly Survivor. So you just backstabbing everyone is gonna get back to Matt. And then you're just
Yeah.
fucking yourself at that point. Like
I know. But maybe she knows that like the producers won't send her home yet. So like she
yeah, I
feels like she
mean,
has
she could just go balls to the wall so everyone remembers her because she knows she's not gonna make, like, the top 10, which
Yeah, 'cause she almost makes me uncomfortable with how much she was like calling out these girls. Like she was being
yo,
so ruthless.
when she walked into that one she took the chick's fucking thing off, I was like, "What?"
I know. And no one says anything to her anymore. They're kind of like,
Yeah, that Victoria's being
Victoria.
Victoria. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It is
As long
kinda
as it's not them.
yeah, I guess so, and then, MJ, though, I thought she was always, like, a nice girl.
Me
Sh
too.
she is getting,
Yeah,
like
she got mean.
feisty, you know? She was like, "I don't give a fuck." Like, I was like, "Oh, shit."
And
Like,
part of me, another one, it's like, I have rarely seen her talk to Matt. Like,
yeah,
where is she so confident in this relationship?
yeah, and it's like, you could tell Matt when he feels a connection because he just fucking smothers their face right away. You know, like
Yeah, eyes
that
open.
that African American model girl
Oh
when they were
yeah.
talking and he gave her that or I don't know if he gave her a rose, but, like, they were talking and then, like, boom, he's like, "Yeah, we have a connection." Boom, they're sucking face and his eyes are open, and it's like
Yeah. Yeah. He's
so it's
taking it
like
all in.
yeah, so it's like, obviously, if he feels a connection, he's sucking face with you, eyes open, and if he
Yeah.
doesn't, then, like, I think you could know, like but
Yeah.
what
It's
I
like, you
also
haven't kissed him yet. Like, come on. These girls
yeah.
need to.
100%. And what I also thought was like, I was thinking too is like, none of these chicks say anything. Katie did to this episode, but none of these chicks say anything to him. Like, how did one of these girls be like, yeah, honestly, like, I thought it was kind of shitty that five new girls came in. Like, why wouldn't one
Yeah,
just say that to him? It'd
I know.
be like, yeah, I just want you to, you know, hear how I'm feeling. Like, I just was kind of upset that these five girls got brought in. And then it's like, if he
Yeah.
hears things about people saying shit, you already saved your ass because you talked to him about it. So he doesn't know that you're not the one spreading the rumors.
Right. Yes. Like, getting ahead of it, getting ahead of the
Yes,
drama that's gonna come.
exactly. So it was a crazy episode. And I honestly think, like, you know, it was boring, crazy, went on the dates. Dates weren't like crazy because it was kind of like it kind of felt like his connection with that one chick was like a damn near like a top five like last dates.
Michelle, yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like that she's up there for him. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And like you could tell even like when they first met, it was like, you know, he was looking at her like, damn, okay, yeah, I like her.
Yeah.
So you got that, and then like it kind of went to just crazy balls to the wall, and then the biggest cliffhanger, and then like the preview for next week is like, I feel like everything's just gonna go off the rails next week.
I know. Is that when they bring in Heather, who was from Colton's season, Hannah, like, because I know they're bringing in more girls. Like, this
Yeah,
isn't over.
yeah. It could be, and they didn't show that part because then all these girls are like walking, kind of trying to wanting to leave and like whatnot, and like, but like
Yeah.
it's also probably going to be the episode where he addresses the bullying, and then
Oh yeah.
so like
MJ gonna be in the
and like you know
revved
what?
up.
Yes, MJ's gonna be revved up, but like I could 100% see him saying it and Victoria being like, "Yep, hand raised. It was blonde chick right here. She's the one who said she was a hooker." You know what I mean? Like completely just throwing her under the bus, like right away. Take him aside and be like, "Matt, I wanted to tell you before you heard it from anybody else, but it was so and so that said all this," and like being like
Oh yeah,
playing her
because she's
survivor
going
role.
into survivor mode.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
She's like, I
So
don't give a shit about this chick. Friends close,
right.
enemies closer.
Yes, yes. So like I think like, you know, we were saying it's kind of been a somewhat boring season so far, but I think like you said they're not been able to travel, do all the normal stuff. Then bringing in these new chicks and I mean, I've only watched 2 straight seasons. I feel like these group of girls are just ruthless.
I know. Yeah, I agree.
Like I feel like normally chicks would be like I hate it, but I'm not going to just act out. I know I'm going to be on TV.
Yeah.
I'm not about to call a girl a prostitute without knowing, like, on TV, like
Yeah. Well, and especially they're from the same city. So like they could
mhm,
the same circles. Like,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, and
that's
then
not
it's
gonna just be left at Nima Collin. Like that's coming back here with them.
oh, you can't make that accusation and act like that's never gonna be brought up again if you see each other in Chicago or something like that's
Yeah, like Chicago, it's game over. Like
yeah, like, it's and
Brittany's
that's
gonna kick her ass.
yeah, she probably will, and that's what I think is but why those girls to your point of, like, I've never seen those girls talk to him, like I think those chicks also know that, like, Brittany and the chick who went on the
Yeah.
one-on-one date yeah,
Oh,
like,
Michelle.
Brittany and Michelle, like, already struck up, like, a very good connection with them, and these chicks are like, "I've been sitting here for 4 weeks and haven't even fucking talked to him, like, I'm
Right.
fucked," like
Like, how are they still there? I'm just wondering, like, how are they even still on the show at this point? Like, how he hasn't.
I don't know how the roses normally go, but I feel like they're keeping more people around just because, like, they need to, and then they're gonna
Yeah.
because like I mean it's more drama because like like they can't do the normal shit. Like the
Yeah.
hometown dates aren't gonna be a thing this time. Like
Right.
all that shit's gonna be different.
And who are they gonna have as a live audience anytime they do a group date? Like,
Yeah,
it's always like you're gonna do this in front of a live audience, and it's just the rest of the girls.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
never like anyone new.
they keep saying that like for the boxing, they're like, you're gonna do it in front of a live audience, and it's just
Yeah.
the girls and the
Yeah.
camera team. So it's like,
Just
I
the
mean,
other girls here.
yeah. So it's like, what live audience? I mean, you're not gonna have like a Victoria F situation where she's banging a country singer and you're listening to this lyrics. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like
Like,
that was tea. That was some good tea.
yeah, yeah. But I feel like that would happen with these girls. Like,
I know.
we could have
Well,
had.
and I think this season these girls are like they're strong. They're like smarter. Like I usually there's some duds. Like Peter's season, there were so many duds, like
Mhm,
stupid girls that weren't that cool. This one, I think there's a lot of girls that are like strong, likable, smart,
mhm.
established. Like that's
No,
rough to put in a mix.
it seems like, they like studied The Bachelor and knew how to do like these
Yeah,
girls seem very good like reality TV, like this isn't
yeah,
their first rodeo.
right.
But I mean, I guess if Sarah stayed, we could have had like G-Eazy perform and they could have went.
Seriously,
That would have been
seriously. Because if he had
interesting.
COVID, she's already had it too.
That's for sure. That's for sure. But
Yeah.
what were any other takeaways from this episode? I feel like I said, I feel like next episode is really gonna be spilling the
I
tea.
know. Next episode, we might have some good. We could like bring in like a game. We'll do a little quick game
Yeah,
for listeners and viewers.
yeah, I agree. I think next
Spice
week's
it up.
definitely a
No
good
more quick
call for that.
takes, but just before we end, who do you think at this point in the game could
All
end
right,
up with
let's
the win?
go. Let's go. We'll do top four and then who we think is gonna win.
Okay.
So top four. Um, I said Rachel the other last week was gonna win, so
Yeah.
I got to keep her in my top four. You didn't really see shit from them this episode, but
No.
I got to keep her in my top four. And then is it Michelle?
Yeah. The new
Okay,
girl, Michelle.
yeah, she like that. I mean, who knows what's gonna happen next? But if we're looking at just this past episode, she's 100% in the top four.
Yeah.
And then
I'm trying to think who else I think too would be in there. I'm like writing it down so I don't
yeah,
forget.
I know I'm trying to think like this is like biasy, but like I all like recency biasy, but I almost think like Brittany might if she just plays her cards right and because like if she doesn't say anything and just goes about her work and then like everything else is brought up and then Matt approaches her and she's like, yeah, it's just been really tough. I mean, she could figure her way through all of this just being like, yeah, all the girls have been bitches to me, but I didn't want to bring anything up to
Yeah.
you. I just so she might sneak her way into the top four. I could see the chick who
Yeah. Good.
won the with the obstacle course. Um
Mari. I
Mari.
could see that too.
Yeah, I think he likes her.
Yeah. She's
She's very good looking, so she's easy to look
yeah.
at. So I think he's attracted to her. And
She is.
then yeah, and then I'm gonna give five then I guess. So I gave three, or no, I gave four. Right now, I would honestly think Serena, the chick who got hit in the
I
face.
was gonna say her too. Yes, I put her on my list.
Yeah, like I think they have a good connection. First date or the one-on-one date, they had a good connection. And like honestly, like getting hit in the face, like breaking your nose, and then getting like a little one-on-one time with Matt is not the worst thing for you right now. So
Yeah, true. Memorable.
yeah, exactly. Show you're tough.
Yeah,
So
right.
those are my
Yeah,
top five. And then what do you got?
okay, my top five. I'm thinking Bree, the girl he went on that first one-on-one with, because he checked in on her. He like talks to her at least once. She's like got dark hair, like they were in the hot tub together. Like
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, yep,
he
yep.
sees her, he checks in on her a lot, but I agree with you about Serena, Michelle. I think she's gonna go far. I always root for Abigail, the girl that was like deaf, because I
Yep,
think
yep.
she's like so nice and they have something, but they haven't talked in a while, so I don't know. It's kind of like
She's
digging
kind of
down.
falling into that, like, if she could get more time, she probably could be golden, but, like, is she gonna
Yeah,
get the time?
right. I know. And then I think it's gonna be either Mari or Katie that end up in the top five, but I don't know. Katie might be on her way out.
What I think this next episode will be huge for Katie because how everything gets handled. Because
Yeah.
does Matt take her telling on everyone good or bad? If it's good, then I think that could really help Katie. And then
Yeah.
if she like is kind of outspoken during when he brings everything up, I think that could go a far way. But she has to handle it very, very well because it could also backfire because it'd be like, well, Katie, remember 2 weeks ago when you told me this, this, and this behind so and so's back, so she's got to really
Yeah.
watch what she
Yeah.
does. But I agree
Ye-
with you. I do think she definitely has a good shot right now.
I do too, but yeah, you're right. It's definitely how she handles it going forward is going to make her break her.
Yeah, she's walking on thin ice, and it's like
Yeah.
almost like you score a
Yeah.
touchdown or you lose the ball. Like there's
Yeah.
only two options.
Yeah.
So, but
But
so they're bringing in more girls.
so I'm seeing that they're bringing in, I heard a rumor because if you look up on the list of the girls that are going to be on his season, there's that one girl from South Bend or Granger
Yep.
who he used to date when Tyler was dating Gigi Hadid.
Wait, they dated?
Yeah, I heard they've already dated.
Oh, you're
And
talking
they're bringing
about
her in.
Madison Baker.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then they're bringing in this girl Heather that was on Colton's season, but I
Oh,
don't know if they're doing that next week or in 2 weeks. But I know they're trickling more people in.
Hannah Brown definitely comes back and helps with something, right?
Yeah, because she's friends with Heather.
Yeah, and like she also like is good friends with Matt and Tyler, obviously, and like
Yeah,
yeah, she definitely comes in. But it'll be
I don't know.
interesting if she comes in and because like Matt will talk to her like, yo, how do I like her? Or, like I want
Yeah,
you to watch us and then you tell me who you like. Like, he'll definitely take a lot of advice from her.
yeah.
So
She could be good. She could be helpful to the girls, or she could ruin them.
exactly. That's my point. Like, I feel like though if Hannah walked in, she'd be like, Matt, why is Victoria still here? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
like
her eye bags alone should be
yeah, yeah. I saw her. She's like doing an interview on like Good Morning America or something.
I saw that too.
But
I
she looked,
didn't watch it.
but she looked like a lot better in that interview than any point I've ever seen her in this show. I'm like, okay, she looks okay there, and in this show, I'm
Yeah,
like, like
yeah.
gross, like
Well, it's like she never has makeup on. She's not wearing anything flattering ever.
yeah,
Like she just looks like terrible.
and she doesn't have like a great like Mara Meyer, fucking whatever her name is. Like she's got a
Sorry.
good body. She's tan. Like she's
Yeah,
there. But
she's
like,
beautiful.
yeah, she is. But the one foreign chick, not the one who just came, but the other one with the accent and everything, the one who got stuck in
Yeah,
the water. Like I
yeah.
feel like she's done absolutely nothing these past 2 weeks.
I know, but he keeps finding her, like
Yeah,
checking out where she.
yeah.
I
So
mean, I think she'll stick around too, but we got to see her true colors soon. She's kind of falling at the waysides.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, how do you keep these girls around, even if like like if you know if one girl more, like you can just be like, yo, I actually know her. I have nothing to do. Like, I don't know who the fuck you are. But that
Yeah,
goes into the aspect of like if they just I was thinking like if they just kept funneling different girls in, like he's gonna pick half of them every time and get rid of people he already knew that are just like, might work,
yeah,
but probably not. This chick's hot, so let's see where this goes. Like,
right. This chick I barely care about or know. See ya.
yeah, exactly, exactly. You've had your chance, haven't done shit with it, so bye bye.
Right.
All
We
right, so
almost need a little bit more of that though.
yeah,
Like him to
it
be a
would
little more decisive. Like cut it down. I'm getting.
no, I agree because it feels like it's the same chicks who know they aren't talking to him but do nothing about it, so they're just sitting there.
Yeah.
Like the attorney from Miami, like she's
Oh
nice,
yeah.
she's good looking. Like I feel like she never talks to him, so it's like, what are you doing here? Like I know
Right.
it's
Like
tough,
she's
but
just getting airtime.
you gotta take your time and go talk to him. That's all you can do. But
Right.
who would be your winner then?
I mean, after this week's episode, I love Abigail, but I think it would be Michelle.
I would
Michelle or
agree.
Brie. Yeah.
I'd probably go Michelle if it ended, or after this week's
Yeah.
episode, I would go with Michelle.
Yeah, we'll see how it progresses. So right now we're thinking Michelle. I'm gonna write this down and we'll talk
Yeah.
about it next week and see where we are.
Yeah, and we're not. This is pure guesses, so ours are gonna change each fucking week. This is all based off of basically the last episode, so
Yeah.
this will be interesting. I'm like I'm starting to get excited now because it's gonna trickle down. It's gonna get intense. It's gonna get very dramatic.
Yeah.
So, which is what we
I know you
want.
got to tune in every week. That's how they suck you in.
Right, right, and they leave it on the biggest cliffhangers too, and it's like it'll be
I know.
interesting. I think this next episode's a huge make or break for a few chicks. Like MJ, this is a huge make or break for her.
Yeah, this could be her final hour.
Hmm.
Or it could be her time in the sun, you know.
It's yeah, 100%. It's wild too. Like these chicks are all 23, 22, but since they're on TV on this show, I feel like they're 30.
Me too. And then I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm older than them.
I know. I'm like sitting there and like this chick, she's like presenting herself well. She's doing this, and it's like, she's 26. She's my age. Like what?
Yeah, I
Like,
know. I'm like, I thought she was like 35. I feel better that
yeah,
way.
right. 100%.
Yeah.
But we'll be back next week. Next week, hopefully, crazy episode again. Like Ali said, we're gonna do a little game. We'll give our predictions again. Talk about the episode. If you want us to talk about anything specifically, leave in the comments, tweet at us, do whatever.
Slide in our DMs. We're not
Yes.
good for that.
No, we accept all of that.
We
So
do.
yeah. So I actually one of this girl I was friends with a few years ago. She is friends with the Michelle girl, and
What?
yeah. So like I was looking on Instagram, and she reposted like Michelle's post on Sunday night, like because there's a picture of like basically her at the Bachelor. And I was like, oh shit, like is she in the Bachelor this week? I know they're bringing on new girls. And then I saw it last night and I was like, oh wow, you know her. Like, so I might need to DM her and be like,
Yeah,
yo,
she wants to join the
yeah, you
in
think
on this discussion.
you think you could get Michelle on the pod? Like
Yeah, what? That would be like insane.
we would jump
Tune
to
in,
like
people.
we jump to like number 3 on the Bachelor pod list. Like that'd be
Yeah,
crazy. But yeah,
literally.
so I'm gonna wait until she posts again on her my story of something with it, and then I'm gonna swipe up and be like, yo,
You're
oh
gonna
my
slide into
god.
those DMs so that we
Yeah,
can get in
yes.
our
I'm
DMs.
gonna put myself out there so we can get
Yes.
yes.
Doing it for the sake of the pod.
Exactly, exactly. But all right, we'll see everyone next week. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Appreciate you.
Bye, everyone. See you next week. Peace.